I didn't like, every single time the eruption has been on the opposite side of the ground.
And how about and thunder? Can these guys get thunder? Or only-
These people can get thunder, yeah. You could get thunder under tether.
Can?
Yeah, you can. Like thunder has been on every one of these people. Doesn't matter. Thunder's the only true random.
No, can you get thunder as dive bomb?
No. I guess dive bomb. Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't gotten thunder as dive bomb, but I know you can get
I mean,
thunder.
if you get thunder as dive bomb, that'd be kind of messed up because you have to like run through the party.
Yeah. No. You could get it as the blue marker though, or defamation. You can get it as tether, or you can get it as like no debuff. Yeah, like I originally thought anybody could get eruption, but only A, B, C, D can get eruption. That's what I noticed. Yeah. It's almost like they want us to spread this way. Like, this is probably like the intended strat that they wanted us to do, to separate them.
Funny is,
Yeah.
like, like, cause even when I'm like the fur guy, like, let's say I'm the furthest down here, like, I don't, like, how, let's say we're all meeting up right here, like, I'll stand here, and even if I get eruption, fire, I can't get it.
Yeah, I don't think 1, 2, 3, 4 can ever get eruption.
Yeah, like, if I'm here, and I try to move this way, if I have, wait, but can you have it as thunder?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm 100% sure about these four people. Now, when it comes to how thunder affects what you get or don't get, I'm not 100%. Okay, because I've done crazy things like this, where I have. I'm pretty sure you can't get thunder and the thing, but I have done things where like I have the fire, right? I'm standing there, and I drop them across the wall, and I meet up. I drop my last spell like south, and then I dash into the party, like between the two thunder guys, and I meet up with the party. So I have done that.
Yeah.
So it's never because I had thunder. That means the thunder guy always gets to go straight to the spot.
I mean, we ran this so many times.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna just watch like one of your VODs.
It's...
gets thunder, is it? You can get thunder on both sides, right?
Yeah.
Like I mean, like 2 on the same side.
Yeah, you can get 2 on the same side, 2 on the...
Like and like, 'cause I know you can get thunder like thunder on these 4 people or thunder on these 4 people. I'm saying, can you have it? Is it always like 1 to 1, or is it like maybe both?
Oh yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you could get both.
It's funny, if it's 1 and 1 always, then you don't even have to call left and right because you're already left and right always.
Yeah.
No, I just know it because the one I just watched, there was 1 on each side, so that's what I was wondering. Let me see this one. Thunder.
Side by side, the lovelier goes up. Reach for the top till the bubble pops. Pick a memory, insert to the past. Which one is the sweetest? Save it for the last. If you turn into a table, you must be at the height of my elbows. I'll stop you right, makes you wobbly. You're the only perfect table for me. If you turn into an eggplant, you will be my friend. Scratching out marks on your body. You're the only perfect eggplant for me. I'm searching. If you're a cat, a little kitten, you must be Blue Point. Meowing a lot, hissing a lot, but you never purr. If you're a steak, a filet mignon, covered in mushrooms, sauce burnt on the outside, medium rare inside. If you turn into a flower, you must be the most delicate ever. Even if you bloom just occasionally, you're the only perfect flower for me. If you turn into a human, I like how the warmth coming from your hands, bit of stinky breath with hair that's unruly. You're the only perfect human for me. I'm searching.
For every clip I see,
If you're a piece of shit, you must be what's it called? What's ever again? No, if you could stay the way you are, so I can what's it called? What's ever again? No, I'm searching for you everywhere. I can see you in most everything. I'm searching for you everywhere, but somehow you can't stop transforming. I'm searching for. I'm searching for my own self that's gone since you have left. Each one of us is a bucket of love. Some of us empty, some of us filled up. Cut us into pieces, break us down to the cell. Merge us back up, we have evolved now. If you turn into a flower, you must be the most delicate ever. Even if you bloom just occasionally, you're the only perfect flower for me. If you turn into a human, I
just saw it. You have a video. You got it yesterday. Or the day before. Yesterday. So Thunder can go on dive bomb.
Mm-hmm.
It was on you. It was funny. You stood on the party for a second, and then you moved.
Yeah.
You created the dive bomb, and then you like went to the center. Well, you were healing, I think, and then you moved out.
Yeah.
The furthest I could have
Actually, you canceled your cat. Did you notice?
sprout,
Oh yeah, I remember that happening.
You actually
you will be so tall.
Yeah, I think Thunder's problem is just one that's truly random.
Yes, but it seems to be always one of the debuff people and one of the other five. Because I've seen like 7 clips, and it's always been one of the 5 and one of the other 3 so far.
Interesting.
But you can always have the 3 people on the left. Well, you look at it the other way. So we call it left and right looking.
Yeah.
So like well, it depends what side it's on. Right? So the side on the opposite. A could be here, A could be on the other side. So you can't
Yeah.
really deal. But basically, the side that the debuff people are, they can always drop their thunder to their side. And then the other 5 can only drop it to the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that right here. You have thunder. Because I'm pretty sure you could actually get a dive bomb, eruption, and thunder. And that's like the most like messed up pattern.
I don't think Eruption and Thunder are. I think they're mutually exclusive.
Maybe.
Like,
Dive bomb is on. I think dive bomb just treats you as one of the 4. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't interact with any other mechanics.
yeah. I think the.
Dive bomb can only go on these 5, and then Thunder, Liquid Hell are one of the 3.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the 3. Of those 5, it's like Thunder can go any of them 5. Liquid Hell can go any of them. Wait, actually no. No, we're talking about Eruption.
Yeah.
Oh no, but that's the weird part. Eruption. Okay, Eruption and Liquid Hell, they work differently from the other mechanic. Because like Eruption can go on these 4, right?
Yeah.
And then what did I say? Liquid Hell can go on these 4, right?
Yeah.
But then just because I get a dive bomb, I can still get Thunder. But I'm considered one of these 5. I'm not considered these 5. I'm considered these. unless it considers dive bomb as the second part of the group. No, because I saw the other poll. You had the dive bomb and you also got it. So let me go back to that poll.
Eri said, "Ultimates are for everyone."
Your bubbles, your fluids, and keep you warm. Then I will squeeze out your germs, your spore, your viruses. I will embrace your bones and keep you cool. Then I will squeeze out your evil, your grim and your bull. Transform myself once and for all, sinking to the dark. Reborn, reform, twist my legs to one and mine to none. Tell me, what do you see in the mirror that's covered in chalky steam? Touch me, kiss me to sleep. Cut me open and give me a silent breeze. With tweezers and nippers, trim off my face and forever I'll be yours. I won't fight or make you cry. Whatever you need, whenever you need, I'll be by your side. And then I gave you my eyes to see all the colors. And then I gave you my ears to hear all the sirens. And then I gave you my heart to feel an emptiness in your chest. And then I gave you my brain so that you can learn to Tell me, what do you see in the water that's clinging onto my skin? Cut me, please make it deep. If I'm covered in scars, will you look at me? Kiss me, don't leave me be. I'm a bath under rain, I cannot swim, only sing. Just multiply, flush down our memories into the sea.
You're saying eruption never spawns on the 4 players? That's what you said, right?
All the mushrooms looked at me. All the mushrooms surround me. raging bird. Let go of layers of their stings. Won't let them see my tears. Won't let them taste my fear. Automated decapitation. Won't let them see my tears. Won't let them taste my fear. La di da do da di da da di da do di da. And I thought that this is the triumph that I needed to move on. I've blamed everything on you. It's easy to just pretend. You gently peeled open the wings cover in my humiliated face. I was so ashamed. The mushroom spoke. I sat here all my life feeling sorry for myself. And they spoke, trampled, used and dumped on no pride to push them down. Finding peace in her suffering, as echo of a place in the hierarchy. Since when have I became me? I gave up crying, I gave up waiting, I gave up dreaming, optimistic dreams. Let out my feathers, cracked up my being free, my screams. Your spores cling onto my skin, powdery snow cleared up my sins. Through my pores, tiny fibers
Miss.
grow into stems and curves. All the mushrooms looked at me. All the mushrooms surround me. Mushroom, 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 la 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 la. Mushroom, 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 la 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 la. Nixie, ha, the trap, ha, ga, wake up. Slices in between your rosy lips, one kiss is not enough for my sweet tooth. Your eyes flicker like marbled champagne with pomegranate and dreams. A little bit spice, a little bit salt, a little bit sugar to top it up. Rosemary, cardamom, and ease the flavors you thought me puts me at ease. Love melts in my mouth, this all's my doubt. The crayon parsley is with me now. No matter how far you go, I'll always let you know. That every moment I spend with you is an everlasting view. Or shape my thoughts in your rhythm, lips and
Miss.
Hmm.
So okay. So the way it works is, if you get Thunder, okay, Thunder's completely random, right?
Yeah.
Any 8 player can get it, including Dive Bomb. So Thunder goes out first.
Yeah.
If you get Thunder, that means you're free from getting any other mechanic.
Yeah.
Except, Dive Bomb not included, right?
Mhm.
So like getting hit by Thunder makes it that Liquid Hell and the Fire Circle cannot go on you. That is consistent. And then the other consistent thing is Fire Circle can only go on these 3 and the Dive Bomb person.
Yeah.
And the other 4 can always get Liquid Hell unless you're Thunder. So basically, if you have Thunder, you already know you can just run right in, like immediately, before you even see anything.
Yeah.
You don't even have to wait to see the circles as a Thunder player, regardless of which mechanic you have. And then if you're the Dive Bomb or any of the 3 debuffs, then you have to assume you're getting Circle, and these 4 are assuming you're getting... Okay. So that has been consistent with everything I've saw so far.
Yeah. That's basically what I have seen.
Yeah, it's just that out of these 4, I mean, well, technically there's 5 people here at first, right? Out of the
Yeah.
5 that are here,
Mhm.
the Dive Bomb person becomes one of these guys,
Yeah.
and then he's Fire Circle going to be on these 4 spots. So it's like, yeah, like that's the thing. Like if you have Fire Circle and you're here, you already know you can just do this and move in like that.
Yeah.
If you're here, you can even stutter. You can like wait here a little bit and even move this way and then move in. Like it doesn't even matter. It's so easy. It's like right here. You could do either way, left or right. You can always go right, and then the middle one. I think this is the easiest one actually, because like you have so much space to work with.
Yeah.
But you should go towards these people, because like the fire person's gonna be dropping this stuff over here, right? So like you should always go towards these guys.
Yeah. This is not. Yeah, it's just not as random as we thought it originally was. Like the Sims have you get, like Liquid Hell and Eruption at the same time.
I just saw your friend.
Oh my gosh, that's a terrible bait. You should be doing the other side. You get Liquid Hell.
Starting point. Okay, why is this strat so popular?
Which
Death of the Heavens. Like the one your other group does.
oh, like the anti-conga?
Yes, they do it too. I just noticed. Like, because I remember seeing, is that supposed to be like, was this like the Maxwell strat or something?
No, Maxwell is conga.
Okay. But then I saw a strat said reverse Maxwell.
Reverse Maxwell is conga. It's just Maxwell have the Doom South. Reverse Maxwell is like the reason Aether did reverse Maxwell is because Chobidov did Doom's North and Aether didn't want to change.
Okay.
So instead of adopting Maxwell, they just changed it.
Okay,
So
well, why do they do the line order not in line? That's the part I don't get.
yeah, that's kind of weird, right? You eventually have to form a line at some point. The only difference between anti conga and conga is you have a clear direction.
Yeah, so I don't get why people do it that way. Like, I literally don't get it. Like, it makes no sense. I would never agree to this strat. It makes no sense because, like, they're making a line, and then you have to base it off where you're standing, where you go, right? So why not just have them match the line? That's the part I don't get. Like, do you think?
果たして This is 呪いなのはエクノスタルジーもどかし焼き付く愛の裏側にとらわれた僕のハート放課後 Maybe 願えば跳ねるメロディー苦しい記憶は今日も鮮明に君を描いていくよ誇りまみれのまま生きている化石みたいセットして出会えたら群青の日々に目で目を押されるマウンド救い線形のようにどこ
I mean, this is definitely particularly wrong if everybody spreads to the same place. It's essentially becomes some conga line, except it's much harder to tell who's.
私はね実は人殺しなんだ逃げるなら時間をあげる君は
Yeah, but Snow also plays with other groups,
銀のられんがちっ
with Momo.
ここは金魚鉢の中怪我一つ払うことすらよ決済がんじ
Joins. And there's like another group he's also playing with. I know he plays Dragoon and like plays melee. And those-
から目の天使の
Oh yeah, look, they also do the they don't adjust.
Hmm.
They just get knocked back to the empty spots. For meteors. I don't know if you just saw that.
패턴도 잡고.
The thing is, the reason I don't like that, it makes no sense. It's like it actually makes it harder for the middle people, because instead of being like, oh, I'm usually like let's say I'm if I'm 4 or 5, so if I'm 4, right, and it's an actual line, then usually I'm gonna be towards the left side always, right? Either like left, like I'm never like the opposite, right? It's either I'm one of these, like the 3 on my side. If I'm 5, I'm like the 3 on the other side. But when you're having it that order, you're usually north and like you're usually like the complete opposites. And then the 2 in the middle are like the offsets. are like the rare ones. So it's like it's so weird.
そろそろこっちのせいとその調子で SNS
Hello friends, welcome to the channel. In this video I would like to talk about the different approaches to raiding. So this will include your approaches to Savage and Ultimate raiding, and of course just general raid group. stuff as well. So now you know the topic, let's just begin. We're going to talk about a few different approaches, all the approaches that I can possibly think of. We're going to talk about casual, we're going to talk about
Arnica
mid-core,
said,
we're going to talk
"Thunders
about
are for
semi-hardcore,
everyone."
and we're going to talk about hardcore / world progression, because if you're doing hardcore, you're most likely going to be doing world progression anyway. You might not think it, you might not be aiming for it entirely, but it could still happen. You could still earn a good place in the world progression scene, even if you are just doing hardcore. So I'm still going to kind of include these two together. Now let's begin with casual raiding. I'm gonna also talk about some of my own experiences with all of these approaches, as I have done all of these approaches myself. So casual raiding is gonna be 1 to 2 days of a raid a week for about 2 to 3 hours a day. There isn't much commitment required when it comes to casual raiding, which is going to allow you a lot of freedom of time to do other things outside the game or inside the game. You can, however, expect that the clears, the savage clears and the ultimate clears are going to be pretty slow. But if you don't really care for how fast you clear and just want to get together with a few friends every week and, you know, just have a good time, then this doesn't seem like much of a con anyway. Now, I tried casual raiding, and was it for me? Personally, this was definitely not for me. I tried this at the beginning of Stormblood, so that was a Delta Scape. And honestly, I just wanted to raid more, and we were only raiding 1 to 2 days, and I actually made the group. I made it a casual group because I wasn't sure how much I wanted to raid back then. And then it just became a little bit frustrating because I was raid leading a group and they couldn't raid as much as I wanted to, even though they all signed up for a casual raid group. So it kind of fell apart, kind of my fault there for making a group and not really aligning the goals properly. But we'll talk about a little bit more about the takeaways at the end of the video. So let's move on to mid-core raiding. Mid-core raiding is going to cost you 2 to 3 raid days a week for about 3 to 4 hours a day. This is a bit more commitment required than casual, but still not too much. Maybe you work a job, study, or have a family, but still like to do raiding in your free time, then midcore could be for you. Clears can be slow depending on your group skill, but again, just like with casual, if you don't care too much with it, but you do want to raid more with your friends in your free time, then midcore could be the way to go. Just don't expect a week 1 clear when it comes to savage raid tiers. Again, was midcore for me? It was not. I've tried midcore several times, and honestly, it's the same story for casual. I wanted to raid more, and it just became frustrating to me. It was going days where I would log into Final Fantasy and I would just want to raid. Now, I have plenty to do on Final Fantasy as it stands currently, so it's not too much of a frustration for me as it stands, but back then I had a bit more of a raiding mentality and I did just want to raid more and more and more. So yeah, midcore was not for me, probably won't be for me moving forward either. Now let's talk about semi-hardcore. Semi-hardcore is a 5 to 6 plus days of raid a week. That's because sometimes the group can fit in a 7th day, and this is going to cost you 3 to 4 hours a raid a day. Now there's quite a bit of commitment required here, not much freedom of time to do other things in your spare time except raiding. If you have a job, study, or family, then semi-hardcore can be conflicting, but it does still allow you time to do all that stuff. Just a lot less of your free time can be committed to other things except raiding. So maybe you get home from work and you're raiding. Maybe you finish your studies for the afternoon and you're raiding. Maybe you're spending time with your family or whatever, and then in the evening or whatever, you're raiding. So yeah, it can be quite conflicting, but you can fit it all in if you join a group that can fit it in for you and the goals align, of course. Now with semi-hardcore, clears can be fast depending on group skill again, meaning you will be able to clear a savage raid tier week 1 or at the very least week 2, which in turn can be more time efficient in the long run as once you have cleared a Savage tier, you can cut back on the raid days a lot and the hours. So because of this, if you maybe like to raid on Final Fantasy, but you don't want to do too much raiding, but at the same time you want to get the Savage raid tier out of the way, then you might have a lot of value in joining a semi-hardcore raid group, getting your Savage raid tier clear out of the way week 1, and then just moving on from there, because after you've got that week 1 clear, maybe you and your raid group only need to get together maybe once or twice a week, get your weekly re-clears, and then you're done for the week, and then you can do whatever you want for the rest of the week. So this could be more time efficient depending on your approach. Now, is semi-hardcore for me personally? Yes and no. I enjoy semi-hardcore. It allows me to raid a lot in my free time, but also as a creator, I have some freedom to make content in the downtime. For Savage raiding, this works really well for me, as I can get my week 1 clear just out of the way and focus on other stuff in the game to work on. For ultimates though, not so much, as they last a long time, and this doesn't really give me much downtime in between, as these do not get cleared week 1 by a semi-hardcore group. So this is quite conflicting for me. I do overall enjoy semi-hardcore, but when I also have a job, I make content on YouTube, and I also raid semi-hardcore. I get home from my job and I raid. It can be hard to make this content on YouTube, and I'm looking at the future right now and I'm seeing it's probably going to take me a few more weeks in this current ultimate to actually get it cleared because of the raid days, and it can be a little bit frustrating and stressful, but overall I do enjoy it, and that's why it's kind of a yes and no for me personally. Now let's move on to our final one, which is hardcore / world progression raiding, and this is 7 days a week. 7 days a week. It's not 6, it's not 5, it is 7 days a week. If it's not 7 days a week, it probably isn't a hardcore group. And this is also 8 to 16 hours a day. Now that sounds incredible, right? Because that's not much sleep if you're doing 16 hours. And yeah, if you're doing world progression, this might not be much sleep. I mean, a human can function on 6 hours of sleep. If you're getting yourself ready for world progression the week before, you should probably fix your sleep schedule, so you are making sure that you are getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep a day and feeling tired at a specific time throughout the day. There's a lot of prep to go into when it comes to world progression raiding, but let's move on. Maximum commitment is required for hardcore raiding. You will have to have the most commitment out of anything you've done on Final Fantasy. Freedom is pretty much a fleeting concept. You will be raiding every day, expected to take time off work, study, your family. If you have a family and you're wanting to raid hardcore, I mean, you're signing up for it, right? So, you know, if you are signing up for it, I'm not trying to make this sound scary to you, but, you know, that's something that is going to happen to you if you're doing hardcore raiding. You'll be raiding long hours, and it's definitely not for the light of heart, that's for sure. If you are interested in hardcore raiding though, don't be turned off by this. Don't think I'm trying to scare you. I'm not. Hardcore raiding is an absolute thrill, and we're going to get into that in just a moment. So the benefits of hardcore raiding are similar to semi-hardcore raiding. It can be very time efficient. If you want to use that work holiday or take time away from study or your family to clear the content as fast as possible, giving you the freedom of time once you cleared the current Savage tier or Ultimate to do other things in game or other things in life in general. So if you are after that time efficiency and you can justify taking time off work instead of going to a nice sunny place and playing a video game for a week, then I think hardcore can be beneficial. Personally, I like that. Don't get me wrong, I like sunny places as well, but yeah, playing Final Fantasy XIV and raiding hardcore is quite a thrill. So let's talk about that. Is hardcore world prog personally for me? Honestly, I think it might just be. I've done hardcore a few times, most notably in Sigmascape, and it was honestly a thrill. It was a stressful thrill, but it was a thrill. My group didn't particularly get the best in the race, but it was our first time and it was really fun and enjoyable with a few hiccups here and there. The standard stuff that you would get from a group that would be doing hardcore or world progression for the very first time. It was a little bit of a mess, but it was fun. It was really good fun. I really did enjoy my time doing that. And if you are interested in a hardcore raiding or world progression and you can justify, as I said, taking that time off to do that for a whole week, then I do recommend. I do think it's worth giving a go, seeing if you enjoy it. Just be ready for it. Be ready for it, because it's going to really test your patience, and yeah, it can be tough. It can be tough. I would only suggest doing this if you do have the time and actually want to go for it low. Don't do hardcore on a whim because it can be quite stressful, but also a lot of fun. So just make sure to decide this for yourself if it is something that warrants taking time off work to do. If you still want fast clears but don't want to take the time off work, semi-hardcore might still be the way to go. So that will just about wrap up all of. I've only done one raiding approach, and you kind of want to pick up my brain to down of the happens, so don't feel terrible.
Let's go to the DSR Discord.
ミンチにしてやる。
Yo, yo. Good gamers. Oh, Air ADC'd.